The highly anticipated Selling Sunset Season 6 has finally hit Netflix without the show's primary villain Christine Quinn, whose presence is definitely missed on the series. Following the lives of the luxury real estate agents working at the Oppenheim Group, Selling Sunset has been a huge success for the streaming platform. Starring Chriselle Stause, Mary Fitzgerald, Heather El Moussa, and several other agents at the brokerage, Selling Sunset's signature villain, Christine, did not return for the newest installment of the series. While there's plenty of drama surrounding the agents, it's clear that Selling Sunset's dramatic epicenter has disappeared. Selling Sunset Season 6 revolves around the brokerage doing its best to continue succeeding in its business under some new circumstances. With new agents joining the brokerage, new drama cropping up between the agents and the owners, Jason Oppenheim and Brett Oppenheim, taking an extended leave from their business. Things have been full of change, and some were not able to keep up. The cast, who in past seasons has felt incredibly close, seem like they're missing a common enemy and, as a result, have started turning on each other. Though none of the agents would admit it, they likely miss Christine's presence as well. Christine kept the other agents on their toes while Christine was doing business of her own. She kept the other agents at the Oppenheim Group on their toes with her real estate knowledge and creative style. From hosting elaborate brokers' events to simply wearing incredible outfits in the office, Christine's behavior was just unexpected enough to keep her fellow agents slightly off kilter. No one could predict what exactly she was going to do next, but that was part of the fun of having her on the series. With Christine off Selling Sunset, the happenings around the agency are vastly more predictable. All the Selling Sunset stars are trying to be the new Christine without a defined villain on Selling Sunset. The series has lost a bit of its magic, and the remaining cast is trying their hardest to try their hand at being the show's villain. With Chriselle and Mary's broken relationship weaving its way through the majority of the season, there are new rivalries and new arguments that appear seemingly out of nowhere. As no one can quite fill Christine's shoes, the fighting falls a bit flat, and the outlandish attempts to be a true villain don't cut it in the same way. Christine was brutally honest with the cast. Christine's brutal honesty was a game changer in the reality TV space, and the way she spoke to the people around her, with respect, but only if they'd earned it, was cathartic but challenging to watch at times. Christine didn't feel the need to hold back on Selling Sunset, regardless of what she was discussing, but she did apologize when she knew she was wrong. With Christine having left the show, the honesty between the cast members gets a bit murky. Many of the women talk behind each other's backs but shrink away when they're called out for it. They could use a dose of Christine's attitude. The Selling Sunset agents don't have any real drama. While there's plenty of drama throughout Selling Sunset Season 6, the majority of the issues feel forced or elongated, pushed far longer than they would have gone for naturally. This manufactured drama can be interesting, but the lack of real drama between cast members does make the show feel a bit slower at times. Without much real beef between the agents, things feel drawn out and unsettled. Christine, though she could be villainous and overwhelming at times, definitely had issues with several of her castmates, and the drama between them always felt grounded in reality. Christine brought out an extravagant nature. Christine's opulent fashion choices were a huge part of her character in Selling Sunset, and without her in the series, the opulence in the series is missing. While cast members like Chelsea Lascani pick up the slack when it comes to fashion, Christine's over-the-top events simply can't be beaten. From her incredible till death do us part themed wedding to her jungle fever baby shower, Christine's extravagance in everything she did is sorely missed in the series. 5. Her presence is still a focal point of Selling Sunset Season 6. Several cast members speak about Christine throughout Selling Sunset Season 6, whether it be to mourn her absence or celebrate it. With Chrishell, Christine's biggest rival, she's excited that Christine and her incessant drama are gone, and mentions a few times throughout the season that she's happy about it. Chelsea, on the other hand, is a friend of Christine's and mentions that she misses her fellow agent and is sad to see her gone. Regardless of their feelings about her, it's clear that Christine is very much on everyone's minds. 4. Fights seem more scripted without Christine. Christine was able to ensure that even the most manufactured or produced of fights still felt organic, able to come at her castmates from an angle that felt a bit personal but also out of nowhere. She sold the fights she had, putting her all into them. With Christine gone, Selling Sunset Season 6 featured several arguments between cast members that felt incredibly produced. For example, Chrishell and Nicole Young's several arguments felt like they'd been fed to lines by producers. 3. The drama between the agents feels more personal. While some fights felt manufactured, other fights in Selling Sunset Season 6 felt far more personal than any of the fights Christine picked in her time on the series. Specifically, the argument between Chelsea and Selling Sunset newcomer Bree Teesey felt incredibly personal. When the women began fighting about Chelsea's relationship and the way her son was being parented, things got way out of hand as Chelsea probed into Bree's personal beliefs and standards. Regardless of side, the fight felt a bit too close to the chest throughout the season. 2. Chrishell becomes more of a villain without Christine. While Chrishell is far from an actual villain, her nature during Selling Sunset Season 6 changed drastically. Whether it was from Chrishell's relationship with G Flip helping her find her true identity, her friendship with Mary deteriorating after her relationship with Jason ended, the influence of fellow O-Group realtor Emma Hernan, or the lack of Christine to balance her out, Chrishell felt harsher in most of her interactions. Without Christine to make her look like the hero, Chrishell's character shifted significantly throughout the season. 1. Christine's over-the-top events are sorely missed. From burgers Botox to couture caviar, Christine's open house events were unforgettable on Selling Sunset. Always looking for an excuse to throw an over-the-top party, Christine showed off her broker's open skills throughout the first several seasons of Selling Sunset. She also took no issue in showing off her wedding and baby shower, both of which were extravagant and over the top. With Christine no longer on Selling Sunset, the lack of events has been noticeable and unfortunate. Selling Sunset Season 6 is now streaming on Netflix.
Love in a modern world is fake when love was meant for joy too. When I find you, I realize that somehow we lie. Love in the modern world, it is fake when love was meant for